Christian Eriksen's collapse during Denmark's friendly against Ukraine has sparked fresh concern almost 5 years after his Euro 2020 scare. On the other side, Florentino Pérez has won the Real Madrid election, and Bayern Munich's president has already hit back hard at his interest in Michael Olise. Welcome to 12th League Daily, the sharp daily roundup of football news. British football is being shaken this morning by a deeply unsettling sense of déjà vu. As the general newspaper The Times reports in its sports section, Danish midfielder Christian Eriksen, who plays for VfL Wolfsburg, has suffered another cardiac episode. The incident took place in Odense last Sunday during a warm-up match between Denmark and Ukraine. The 34-year-old collapsed in the 65th minute, triggering a huge wave of anxiety on the pitch and in the stands, 5 years after his unforgettable cardiac arrest at Euro 2020. The friendly, meaningless for a Danish side that has not qualified for the World Cup, was therefore stopped. Fortunately, unlike the 2021 drama, the news quickly became reassuring. The national team doctor, Morten Boysen, explains in the newspaper that the player's implantable cardioverter defibrillator, ICD, worked perfectly. Eriksen quickly regained consciousness and was able to leave the pitch on his own feet before being taken to Odense University Hospital. According to the team doctor, the player will now undergo further tests at the hospital to identify the cause of this incident. We remain in permanent contact with him and the medical team. Christian is fine and asked me to pass on his greetings to all the players and reassure them that he is stable. At the same time, Mirror Sport gives its big front page to the Three Lions with a sharp headline in the form of a pun: Vice Rice Baby. England manager Thomas Tuchel has officially named Declan Rice as the national team's vice-captain. The Arsenal midfielder is being identified as the natural successor and future leader of the side behind the untouchable Harry Kane. From West Palm Beach, where the English are fine-tuning their preparations, the paper reports that Tuchel sees Rice as an indispensable part of an elite group. For his part, Captain Harry Kane is warning his teammates in the pages of the Mirror: "We are in for a pitch battle." After a laborious 1-0 friendly win against New Zealand in Tampa, the England captain criticised the condition of the American pitches, calling them dry, sticky and bumpy, conditions that disrupt the fast, incisive football promoted by Tuchel. With official matches approaching, the English know they will have to adapt to infrastructure that can sometimes be far from ideal if they want to break a 60-year curse without a world title. Let's cross the Channel and the Pyrenees to dive into the heart of Spanish football, where yesterday marked a historic turning point for Real Madrid. The Iberian newspapers are shining a spotlight on the club's presidential election results. Florentino Pérez has been re-elected for a 6th term, but the honeymoon seems definitely over with part of the membership. The Catalan daily Sport features a photo of Pérez smiling among supporters, but the headline leaves no room for doubt. Florentino ya no es intocable. Florentino is no longer untouchable. Pérez wins with 67% of the vote against 33% for his young rival Enrique Riquelme, a result that, according to the paper, reflects a deep and unprecedented division within Madridismo. Florentino Pérez was expecting a victory by more than 90% at minimum. The Madrid newspaper Marca echoes that view with a very sober but deeply meaningful front-page line: Victoria y toque de atención, victory and a warning, stressing the 34% of unhappy members who rallied behind Riquelme's opposition candidacy. Florentino Pérez, armed with this result, did not hesitate to send a message of unity to them. "To the socios who did not vote for me, I will listen to all of you and do everything possible to solve every problem you have. We are all Madridistas. We begin now the battle to go after our 16th Champions League title." Enrique Riquelme, for his part, congratulated Florentino Pérez on his victory, while insisting that this was only the beginning of his fight for the club's interests. Mundo Deportivo also returns to this election, and certainly its implications, with the headline "Florentino gana, vuelve Mo." Florentino wins, Mo returns. Pérez's victory immediately validates José Mourinho's sensational return to the Madrid bench. In addition, this new mandate potentially gives political green light to a controversial project, the sale of a percentage of the club's shares to outside investors, a major structural change for the Madrid institution. Meanwhile, Bayern Munich's president Herbert Heiner has spoken out about the astronomical €150 million offer Florentino Pérez promised to sign Michael Olise. His response is cutting and shuts all doors. Olise is a player of FC Bayern under a long-term contract. We are not a selling club. If Pérez wants to send a bid, which hasn't happened so far, well, Florentino can save himself the trouble. It is far from certain that the French international will arrive in Madrid anytime soon.
While Madrid redraws its future, FC Barcelona are quietly working behind the scenes despite financial difficulties. Mundo Deportivo reveals in a top banner that left-back Marc Cucurella is desperately waiting for a signal from Barça. The player's absolute priority is the Blaugrana, but his arrival depends on Alejandro Balde leaving first. In addition, Chelsea have no intention of letting the Spanish international go cheaply and are demanding between 40 and 50 million euros. To make matters worse, Barca's board has had to admit it will ask for an additional loan because of major budget overruns related to the Espai Barça works. On the sporting side, the Spanish national team is preparing to play its final warm-up match against Peru this Tuesday, before making its World Cup debut on 15th of June against Cape Verde. In Italy, major contract maneuvers are also dominating the newspapers. Tutto Sport's front page carries a major exclusive concerning Juventus Turin, Surloth and Juve, trovato l'accordo. The Norwegian international striker from Atletico Madrid is said to have given the green light to join the old lady. The Bianconeri directors are trying to finalize the transfer deal by the end of the week. The Italian paper also says that French striker Kolo Muani is waiting for the green light from Paris Saint-Germain to move, while midfielder Arthur is on his way to Gremio. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. See you soon for the next episode of 12th League Daily.